Hey guys, I am down in Evanston for the lake swim like I am every weekend of my birthday. My camera's at 5% battery, so I'm going to go ahead and answer a bunch of your questions that I asked a couple of my friends, and then I asked a couple of you. Some of your greatest tech questions, so I'm going to go ahead and answer them now. Jay says, any dream features on iOS or Android software? Okay, so Android is pretty good right now, and with iOS 17, iOS is catching up a lot. All of the things that Android does better, I think, have been fixed in iPhone. That's like the widgets and everything they added to FaceTime. Now iOS is almost as good as an offering as Android. Now they can do all of the same things. It's just that Android does it better. In the past, it's always that Android did things that iOS straight up couldn't. So I think my dream Android feature would probably be FaceTime, and my dream iOS feature would be them switching over to RCS, which is like the green bubble, blue bubble thing. Next question from Just Another Jackie. Do you have a favorite camera lens? If so, why? This is really a bad time to ask me because right now I'm shooting on a kit lens. My birthday is tomorrow and I'm getting a lens for my birthday. So right now I'm shooting on a kit lens. I use a Mikey cinema lens with manual focus, but I'm starting to not like that camera. As you saw in my last video, I kind of messed up focus. All right, how's about a little change in scenery? All right, my grandma wants to know, what is the best angle for getting a good picture on a phone camera? Crouch low, shooting up high, camera overhead, shooting down, horizontal/vertical. If your phone has several lenses like mine does, you look up the cameras. And what you're looking for is the highest megapixel count, and then you choose that camera to take your photo with. Basically what you're looking at is the size of the sensor. So one of the cameras on your phone will be the primary camera for the phone. For mine, it's the 1x zoom right there. It's the bigger sensor. I think it has a 50 megapixel sensor. If your phone has manual controls, make sure you learn how to use that. So like on here, I have temperature controls, brightness controls, and contrast controls. If your phone has a portrait mode and you like the way that looks, then use that. What that does is it creates a blurry background around the edges of your photo. The best way to get a good photo, or a good video for that matter, is good lighting. And it doesn't even matter what camera you have. Good lighting will always set apart the bad videos or the bad photos from the good photos. So the photo I just took of my camera, those are pretty bad because it's backlit, the sun is behind you. But natural light is probably the best light source you can get. So if you can, put your camera in between the subject and the light. The light should be at anywhere from straight on to a 45-degree angle from the subject to create a nice shadow on your face. Also use your phone's native focal length. Don't zoom in on the picture at all because that's just a crop on the actual photo. Okay, finally from Jade. Do you think Apple will try to launch a thing like the Apple Vision Pro in a few years' time? So I don't think Android is going to, but it's quite possible that Google is. So I don't think Android is going to. Android just makes software. They don't make any hardware. They don't make phones. They don't make anything. The companies that use Android like Google or Samsung, they might come out with a VR headset. I don't see that happening anytime soon because the Apple Vision Pro, I think, is going to be a major flop. Like, absolutely is cool, but it's kind of one of those Apple products that only Apple can make. Like just how the only good smartwatch for the iPhone is the Apple Watch, the Apple Vision Pro is more of a phone or Mac accessory than it is its own product. So will it get better in the future? Absolutely, but I don't think that Google or Samsung is going to be able to pull off a VR headset or an AR headset like that. I just wouldn't fit into their ecosystem as well, I don't think. Not to mention their version would probably be a lot worse because Apple just pulled it off really well. All right, that's all for today. I'm gonna try to make this episode every year because I come down to Evanston every weekend before my birthday to do the lake swim. Make sure to leave comments down below for next year, and if it's after July 24th, 2024, click here and the next video will be right there. Of course, subscribe to me so next year when I put up the community tab to ask you guys questions, you can go ahead and comment. Anyway, that's all. Peace.